வெல்கம் பேக் டு மை யூடியூப் சேனல் அட் marvellouskalvi. நாம் இன்று காண இருப்பது +2 Physics Volume 1, the most important 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks questions for your public exam on 13th March 2026. Answer the following questions, 2 marks and 3 marks. Write down Coulomb's law in vector form and mention what each term represents. What are the difference between Coulomb force and gravitational force? Write a short note on superposition principle. Define electric field. Define electric dipole. Give the expression for the magnitude of its electric dipole moment and direction. Write the general definition of electric dipole moment for a collection of point charge. Define electrostatic potential. What is an equipotential surface? Give the relation between electric field and electric potential. Define electrostatic potential energy. Define electric flux. What is polarization? Define capacitance. Give its unit. What is corona discharge? Define current density and give its unit. Distinguish between drift velocity and mobility. Define electrical resistivity. Define temperature coefficient of resistance. Write a short note on superconductors. What is electric power and electric energy? Derive the expression for power P equal to VI in electrical circuit. State Kirchhoff's current rule. State Kirchhoff's voltage rule. State the principles of potentiometer. State Joule's law of heating. What is feedback effect? What is Thomson effect? What is Peltier effect? State the application of Seebeck effect. Define magnetic flux. Define magnetic dipole moment. State Coulomb's inverse law. What is magnetic susceptibility? State Biot-Savart laws. What is magnetic permeability? State Ampere's circuitial law. Compare dia, para, ferro, magnetism. Define Ampere. State Fleming's left-hand rule. Is an ammeter connected in series or parallel in a circuit? Why? Give the properties of dia, para, ferromagnetic materials. How is a galvanometer converted into an ammeter and a voltmeter? What is meant by electromagnetic induction? State Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. State Lenz's law. State Fleming's right-hand rule. How is eddy current produced? How do they flow in a conductor? Mention the ways of producing induced EMF. How will you define the unit of inductance? Give principle of AC generator. What are step-up and step-down transformers? How will you define RMS value of an alternating current? Define electric resonance. What do you mean by resonant frequency? How will you define Q factor? What are LC oscillations? What is displacement current? What are electromagnetic waves? Give 2 uses of IR radiation, microwaves and UV radiation. Write a note on Ampere-Maxwell law. Why are EM waves non-mechanical? Write down the properties of electromagnetic waves. Any 6. Write down the applications of capacitor. What are the advantages of alternating current system over direct current system? Answer the following questions. 5 marks. Discuss the basic properties of electric charges. Calculate the electric field due to a dipole on its axial line and equatorial plane. Derive an expression for the torque experienced by a dipole due to a uniform electric field. Derive an expression for electrostatic potential due to a point charge. Derive an expression for electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole. Obtain an expression for potential energy due to a collection of 3-point charges which are separated by finite distance. Derive an expression for electrostatic potential energy of the dipole in a uniform electric field. Obtain Gauss law from Coulomb's law. Obtain the expression for electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire. Obtain the expression for electric field due to an uniformly charged spherical shell. Discuss the various properties of conductors in electrostatic equilibrium. Obtain the expression for capacitance for a parallel plate capacitor. Obtain the expression for energy stored in the parallel plate capacitor. Derive the expression for resultant capacitance when capacitors are connected in series and in parallel. Explain in detail the construction and working of a Van de Graaff generator. Very important. Discuss the microscopic model of current and obtain microscopic form of Ohm's law. Explain the equivalent resistance of a series and parallel resistor network. Explain the determination of the internal resistance of a cell using voltmeter. State and explain Kirchhoff's rule. Obtain the condition for bridge balance in Wheatstone's bridge. Very important. Explain the determination of known resistance using meter bridge. Very important. How the EMF of two cells are compared using potentiometer. Again very important this one. Deduce the relation for the magnetic field at a point due to an infinitely long straight conductor carrying current using Biot-Savart law. Obtain a relation for the magnetic field at a point along the axis of a circular coil carrying current using Biot-Savart law. Compute the torque experienced by a magnetic needle in an uniform magnetic field. Find the magnetic field due to a long straight conductor using Ampere's crucial law. Discuss the working of a cyclotron in detail. What is tangent law? Discuss in detail. Derive the expression for the torque on a current carrying coil in a magnetic field. Discuss the conversion of galvanometer into an ammeter and also a voltmeter. Very important question. Calculate the magnetic field inside and outside of the long solenoid using Ampere's circuitial law. Derive the expression for the force between two parallel current carrying conductors. Give an account of magnetic Lorentz force. Compare the properties of soft and hard ferromagnetic materials. Derive the expression for the force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Explain the principle and working of a moving coil galvanometer. Give an illustration of determining direction of induced current by using Lenz's law. Show the Lenz's law is in accordance with the law of conservation of energy. Give the uses of Foucault current. Define self-induced inductance. Define self-inductance of a coil in terms of magnetic flux and induced EMF. Obtain the expression for energy stored in capacitor. An inductor of inductance L carries an electric current. How much energy is stored while establishing the current in it? How will you induce an EMF by changing the area enclosed by the coil? Explain the working of a single-phase AC generator with necessary diagram. What are the three different EMFs generated in a three-phase AC generator? Again, these two important questions. Show the graphical representation of these three EMFs. Explain the construction and working of transformer. Again, very important. Mention the various energy losses in a transformer. Derive an expression for phase angle between applied voltage and current in a series RLC circuit. Define inductive and capacitive reactance. Give their units. Explain the generation of LC oscillations in a circuit containing an inductor of inductance L and a capacitor of capacitance C. Prove that the total energy is conserved during LC oscillations. Write down Maxwell equations in the integral form. Write a short note on microwave, X-ray, radio waves, visible spectrum. Again, this one very important. Write down the properties of electromagnetic waves. Discuss the source of electromagnetic waves. Explain the types of emission spectrum. Explain the types of absorption spectrum. All the best for your physics exam. இந்த வீடியோவை ஸ்கிப் பண்ணாமல் கடைசி வரைக்கும் பார்த்துட்டு இந்த கொஸ்டினுக்கு உண்டான ஆன்சர்ஸை படிங்க. படித்தா உங்களால் கண்டிப்பாக 90 மதிப்பெண்கள் எடுக்க முடியும். கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள், லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்யூ. ஆல் த பெஸ்ட் ஃபார் யுவர் physics exam.